Hi Maniacs. My name is Julie, I run a small Pokemon card business and I'm also a full-time Pokemon content creator. So if you haven't already checked out my website or my social media platforms, I would definitely encourage you to do so. Today I wanted us to discuss the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and I also wanted us to open the Pokemon Day boxes. Let's crack the boxes. Pokemon Day coin, Pikachu promo card. And both boxes have a selection of 1 Mega Evolution and 2 Phantasmal Flames. Our total pack selection today is 2 packs of Mega Evolutions and 4 packs of Phantasmal Flames. Now that Pokemon Day is officially over, the next step is basically looking forward to figuring out exactly what the anniversary set is going to be like. I haven't really been keeping up as much as I usually would. However, I do believe that it's gonna be kind of a messy set in some ways. I believe the way they're going to do it is basically to release all the different types of cards they have had throughout the years. So we have EXs, GXs, VMAX, whatever. Also like the Crystal Guard from Skyreach era and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that no matter how we are actually going to see that this set is taking form, it will be kind of a mix and match, I would say. That's at least my thoughts. I definitely think that outside of a anniversary set and anything that follows along, I think that the hype is going to slowly settle a bit. I feel like the only reason that we are actually seeing the market being super high and demand being super high for this long is exactly that the anniversary is coming up. If it was any, random bull market, it probably wouldn't really be taking place over the course of more than a year. Not that I'm necessarily a market specialist in anything, but I just feel like there is like the natural cycle of when things are super hyped or whenever things start to, kind of decrease. Let's look at maybe like Labubu as an example. Also a franchise that's been around for quite some time, but kind of saw a surge in popularity and demand, and then now it's, I guess, at least to my understanding, it's kind of cooled off, and we're not really buying Labubus anymore, are we? So that's kind of what I'm saying in terms of having a natural, up and down in the market, in collectibles and in stuff like this, like toys and whatever. It's just something else, I would say. And I think that that's what we are seeing in Pokemon quite shortly. I think the hype will continue over like the course of course, the next few months. But after that, I feel like it's gonna be easier for us to obtain product. Also, with Perfect Order releasing next, I think that we will see larger print runs, and maybe, of course, it's hard to say if the demand is less or the printing is more. It's obviously a mix of both, I would say. But I believe we'll see more product on shelves and prices not necessarily correcting to a level that we would appreciate, but any correction and fall in price is something that we're looking forward to as Pokemon fans, I would say, at this point. So I definitely think that that's hopefully something we'll be seeing very soon. On the other hand, I'm also excited to see exactly where the hobby is headed. I feel like so many stores have been opening up these past few years. Maybe not even more than a year and a half maybe, since we saw like the first peak in interest with Prismatic, and I guess it kind of started with Searching Sparks, but then, definitely took off after that. But I feel like the interest is not settling, but finding a place where we can all enjoy the hobby. Maybe once again, at least buying singles and stuff like that, hopefully is going to be more attainable in the near future. And I also think that with grading companies, at least like with PSA and stuff, making things harder for the average collector, not necessarily the business owner, I guess us as well, but with grading companies like PSA making it harder to submit, at least in Denmark where I'm located, I feel like collecting is taking a turn to maybe a more casual space where a lot of maybe newer stores will decide to shut down or maybe do deals via Card Market or like Facebook or 3D or something like that instead. So we will see a more regulated space with less probably vendors and stuff, or maybe more just private vendors will be taking over the space, which I think is also a pretty cool way for things to be going. I think a lot of fun things is going to be happening over the next few months in Pokemon. So yeah, hopefully we'll do something that's super nice in the hobby and be able to enjoy it a bit more, both as business owners and as enthusiasts. So yeah, thank you so much for walking down 30th anniversary lane with me today. Not that we really got anything super special, the Charizard is pretty cool, but other than that, I'll see you in the next video. You should definitely be checking out the video that is up on the screen right now. I think you'll enjoy that. Make sure to follow me everywhere and check out the shop for good deals, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!